Alright, welcome into the Salamander Society. I am your sports entertainment Salamander, here to talk in my Salamander's Summerslam series about the match for the WWE Championship, Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Now, immediately when you see this match and when you saw the setup for this match on SmackDown, you were like, what? Dolph Ziggler has not been up here in this upper echelon for 3 years, 2 or 3 years now. Probably since his Survivor Series when Sting showed up. That was probably his last little main event thing, and he hasn't been up there in a while. You're like, what? But then when you start to think about it and you start to think how good Dolph Ziggler really is and how good he can be, you're really excited because he's getting a chance. He's getting another chance. Most of the time, the WWE drops the ball on him. They stick him in a storyline that doesn't mean anything, or they stick him in a stupid storyline that ends up burying him or diminishing his value a lot more than it was when he went into it. So is this his return to the main event, and can he stay there? Can Dolph stay there in the main event scene this time? They're giving him another chance, and I know he has the ability, but will WWE follow through with it? I'm not saying he has to win the WWE Championship out of this, at least out of this first match, or maybe even not in this feud, but this can elevate him up there with the Dean Ambroses, with the Roman Reigns, with the Seth Rollins. This can elevate him back up there because he has the ability. Now, what I want to see is him turn heel. That's what I want to see. And will they turn him heel? I mean, this could be, it's WWE. They could just do one of these stupid little things where it's two baby faces, and after the match they have respect for each other and they move on. Or what they should do is turn Dolph heel because we know that he can do some great stuff when he's heel, and that's his natural way of doing things, and that's what he does naturally. And Dean, he's doing what he does naturally right now, and that's that awkward character, not really a baby, or not fully baby face, but mostly baby face, and just a little bit of heel in him that makes him cool. So Dolph needs to go heel and go his natural route, which is, we've seen through history, through his career's history, is his best route, and his best character building comes from when he's a heel. So another question to ask is Dean Ambrose gaining trust backstage? Is he continuing to gain trust as this champion? Which I don't think that Dolph is going to get the championship, at least out of this first match. But if they have a feud, he could end up with it. But we have seen now that Dean is not just a transitional champion. He's not just a placeholder. Dean is actually a true and legitimate champion. And they solidified that when they made that new title and made it more important that he won on Battleground and actually brought the title to SmackDown. And I can't say enough about how great that is, that they brought they brought a new title to Raw, so it made it more important that Dean won at Battleground. Even if they do another match down the line, this makes it very important that he won at Battleground. And that's what WWE needs to do. They need to keep on doing this where they make wins legitimate like that. The match itself should be really, really good. Dean Ambrose and Dolph Ziggler are two of the best performers in the WWE currently, and they know how to put on a match. It's just if Dolph Ziggler is going to be a heel or not, if he's going to be the show off, and that's what I want him to be, and that's when he can do his best matches. And now we know that he's fully going to be in it because it's a title shot and he hasn't got these very much. So that match should be really good, and the feud should be really good. It should be good back and forth action on the mic and in the ring. And Dean is doing his best work on the mic right now. And like I said, again, if they turn Dolph heel, he can do his best work on the mic. And this could be a great feud that elevates both of these talents very high. Even though Dean is probably one of the strongest characters in the WWE right now, Dolph can get up there with this. He can use this, not at Dean's expense, but he can use this feud to get up there, back in the upper echelon of the main event. The potential for this feud, potential for this match, is skyrocketingly high Really, it's huge. This could be the feud of the year, in my opinion. I'm just going to say it. It could be the feud of the year. I mean, if you look at both of these performers, their history, Dean is on his best role right now, and Dolph Ziggler is best when he's a heel and he's a show-off. When he goes out there and says afterwards, "You do better." That's what he does, better than anybody. So if they let that happen, the potential for this feud is very, very high. And tell me what you think about it, whether you think this is going to be good or this is going to be bad. Tell me about the potential that you see in it. And follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook. I'll be coming up with the website here soon, so check me out on there. And until then, until my next SummerSlam series, I'll see you later.